begin. Let's go over to Pittodrie now, live. Aberdeen against Rangers, the whole match. Match commentator Jerry McNee.
It's a bright day in the Granite City. Good afternoon, everyone. The setting could not be more dramatic for the meeting between the League Cup holders and the champions, who are battling for 8 titles in a row. Well, Aberdeen will have a big say in the championship with 2 games against Rangers and 1 against Celtic. So let's have a look at the Aberdeen side. And they make just the 1 change from last week, with Paul Bernard back after injury in place of Ian Jess, who's since moved to Coventry. They have Scott Booth and John Ingalls, along with Theo Snelders on the bench. And the Rangers line-up, well, certainly it looks a defensive formation with John Brown again drafted in. There's still no Richard Gough, which is significant. Both Peter Van Vossen and Ali McCoy start on the bench as attacking options. Well, there's Dean Windus, who's been a big success since his move from Hull. £750,000 he cost. He scored 7 goals in just 13 games, so an early... And the money he splashed out. And Craig Moore, well, this is a happy hunting ground for him. He scored the winning goal here last October. And in fact, he scored the previous season as well here at Pittodrie. And the referee this afternoon is Hugh Dallas from Motherwell, who's on the FIFA list. He'll be assisted this afternoon by Kevin Bissett from Inverness and Ricky Smith from Fife. And the 4th official is Stuart Dougal from Burnside, who's also on the FIFA list. Well, alongside me, as ever, is Charlie Nicholas.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Afternoon, Jerry. It's a perfect day for a perfect match today, Jerry. Celtic winning yesterday. The pressure is now on Rangers to get the lead back. And I see it being very tight today. But I think Walter Smith saying before the game about the problem with Van Vossen with flu has given him another problem of his options up front. But a good game in store.
So Aberdeen get the game underway in front of a big noisy crowd here. Well, Rangers are unbeaten away from home in the league. And the 2 defeats they've had have come at Ibrox at the hands of Hibs and Hearts. And Richard Gough has said it more than once that the pressure of playing at home can sometimes be quite substantial. Rangers, in fact, the last away defeat was some 10 months ago to Celtic at Hampden Park. So they have a bit of a record to guard. And Aberdeen, of course, have been doing so well this season, having picked up a trophy and aiming to finish 3rd in the league. There's an early word there for John Brown. So a long ball is drifted in, headed on there by Irvine. Well, Rangers tended to dig in here last October. Aberdeen made just about all of the running, and Rangers tended to hit them on the break. It'll be interesting to see if that pattern develops again this afternoon. Of course, Laudrup is the kind of player who will float up front, and he'll wait for clearances out of defence and use his tremendous pace to run at the Aberdeen defence. Played through by Gary Smith. It's McLaren who steps in. Here he is again. And Hugh Dallas, the referee, steps in towards the free kick against Ian Ferguson. So John Brown sitting in deep. Keeping a close eye there on Billy Dodds. Well, Ian Ferguson runs in here, and the goalkeeper, and that's another free kick against the Rangers player for his challenge on Mike. Well, he pleads his case.
We're trying to rejoin the match at Pittodrie. Obviously 0-0 at the moment. Trevor, well, there's not a lot we can talk about right now, but let's try. Ian Ferguson playing an interesting role there.
Yeah, I would have said that before the game started, that Ian was probably going to play up front and Brian Laudrup work off him and see how that goes. Obviously, as Charlie Nicholas said there before, with Van Vossen not playing, then it's going to be difficult for Rangers to get a lot of possession up front.
All right, Trevor, well done. Let's go back to Pittodrie.
It's laid off by McCall. Oh, I'm sorry, we had a break in transmission there. Some sound problems, but here come Rangers trying to get forward. It's Moore, but that ball just out of play. Ian Ferguson digs in again. He was spoken to by the referee just a few moments ago after conceding a second free kick in the early stages of this match. There's Charlie Miller, who's been asked to play in a more forward role in recent games. He certainly produced 1 or 2 goals, but it's Ian Ferguson who's been pushed forward today with Laudrup. And here's Joe Miller. Miller digs in well. It's through now for Dodds. Brown's with him and blocks him, but at the expense of a corner kick. So right enough start by the Dons. They'll no doubt have been well fired up by Roy Aitken and Tommy Craig. Forward goes Ryan Irvine, who's always a threat at these set pieces. It's Moore who's there. And again, Rangers face a bit of pressure. They're throwing just in line with their penalty area. See a battle going on for possession here. Paul Bernard topples to the ground, and Aberdeen have the free kick just outside the area. So Bernard battling hard, and once again Ian Ferguson is involved, this time deep in his own half. So a lot of movement inside the box, but well taken in the end by Andy Gorham. Forward now for Laudrup. Trying to break forward, but Gary Smith was there. This is Gascoigne trying to pick out Ferguson, but Grant intercepted. Dean Windus spreads a play to the right-hand side. Little stumble there from Miller, but he keeps it in play. Well, that's missed by Brown. Dodds is in there. That's Gascoigne. Good skill by Gascoigne. Through for Laudrup. It's a delay from him, not good enough. But McCall backs up. Ferguson's caught, but recovers well. So Rangers will be looking for a lot from Gascoigne this afternoon. Great skills again by Gascoigne. Well, he certainly looks in the mood in these early stages. But now it's Shearer trying to get forward. A good solid challenge there by Gordon Petrich. Well, both sides are really pumped up for this one.
Yeah, they certainly are, and Gascoigne looks in the mood. Rangers try to close down Aberdeen. A little bit of room in the halfway line and then pressurising them. A tremendous skill from Gascoigne. Interesting to see that Bernard, I thought, would mark him today. He's given him a bit of room, and Gascoigne's going to have a free roll. And when he does that, he's going to open you up. Good skill.
It's quite remarkable. Rangers with a big squad have had to dig into the coaching staff again and bring John Brown in today, and Davy Dodge in recent seasons had to turn out also. And Rangers have already fielded 29 players this season. So there's no doubt about it, the modern game demands a big squad of players. Nice touch there by Laudrup. The offside flag is up. That was a very tight decision indeed. A very tight decision. It was a lovely touch by Laudrup. Certainly from this position, I felt he was onside. Played a delightful little 1-2. But perhaps his pace there, just catching a linesman.
Yeah, it was very, very tight, I must admit. I thought actually Ferguson could have probably turned himself, but he seen Laudrup at full stretch, obviously his pace. He thought he would give him it back, but Rangers just getting a little bit of space, and I think Aberdeen better be careful at the back.
This is Stuart McCall. Gascoigne gets a free kick. Conceded there by Bernard and Windus. So it's Gordon Petric to take this one. Again, floating it over in the direction of Laudrup. Robertson runs in support. Another player of tremendous pace, playing against his old club this afternoon, but Paul Bernard does well. Now it's little Joe Miller. Well, Joe Miller will prove I think he's something to prove here this afternoon, because earlier in the season he had the audacity to ride off Rangers, and he's been living that down for a while. But if he can inflict some damage on them this afternoon,
yeah, they won't let him forget that either.
Charlie Miller tries to find a way through. It's played by Gary Smith. This is Shearer. It's played through by Stephen Glass for Billy Dodds to chase. Brown's there though, and Petric. And a good solid clearance by Andy Gorham. Reserved in at full stretch. Here's Grant. Bernard plays it through to Miller. But the other Miller, Charlie, is back for Rangers to concede the throw-in. That's Craig Moore getting it away, only as far as Stuart McKinney. The Rangers will have to watch him on the edge of the box. Remember, he had a tremendous shot here in the match against Celtic and was only denied by Woodward. Play by Stephen Glass. That's behind for the corner. Well, Stephen Glass did ever so well to get forward. And he's managed to win the corner kick, getting away there from Stuart McCall. And then Craig Moore to get the ball into the middle. Andy Gorham elects to punch on this occasion. 10 minutes gone, and still no scoring here at Pittodrie, but a lively game.
It started nice and lively, both teams. I think to be fair, Gascoigne probably will suit this system that Rangers are playing today, because he's getting a bit more space on the ball, and the great ability that Gascoigne does have is he'll drive into the hearts of defences, and I can just see that he's getting a bit extra space with 10 minutes going, and I think that's the system suits them.
Craig Moore, through for Stuart McCall. It's McKinney. Switched over. It's away by McLaren. So Windus challenging Gascoigne. And Gascoigne complains having his jersey pulled, and the referee is calling over the Aberdeen player. Quite clearly there.
Just used his body strength just to keep him off.
So Windus away with a word of warning. So Hugh Dallas has spoken to two players so far. I suspect that the next one might get a yellow card. He's shown a bit of patience so far with Ian Ferguson and Dean Windus. It's a free kick against Duncan Shearer. Petric a bit casual with that one. There's Robertson battling hard. Moore's coming in on the far side. Kimmy got the vital touch. Claims for a handball there against Stephen Glass, but the referee was well positioned. This is Petric. Now it's McCall. The offside flag is up as Ferguson moves forward. Ferguson, I hope they will be careful here. Clearance from Michael Watt, that's headed away by McLaren. Here comes Gary Smith. And it's the turn of Irvine. Good to see Brian Irvine back in the colours of Aberdeen. And battles against illness. So Aberdeen getting the passes together. It's McCall who makes the challenge for Rangers. This is Ian Ferguson with Bernard. Ferguson does well there. That's Miller. And now it's back to McLaren. So again, Gascoigne tries to get Rangers going from a deeper position. It's played through now by Ferguson, but McKimmy's in there again. And it's the Aberdeen skipper who emerges with possession. It's through now for Joe Miller. And the referee is taking action this time. Joe Miller fouled, and Charlie Miller is the man being called over. It was inevitable that a yellow card would be shown.
Yeah, I think a card was always coming in this game. It's been ever so scrappy. Nobody's really put their foot in the ball. There's no real passing movements being created yet by either team. Very scrappy indeed at the moment, which tends to happen when you overload the midfield. But somebody was going to get it. Unfortunately, it's Charlie Miller.
And that's out for the throw to Aberdeen. McLaren full stretch. It's returned by McKimmy. But, behind for the goal kick. Well, I mentioned earlier that Rangers have tended to toil here over the years. In fact, they've won just 7 times in 41 games at Pittodrie since the Premier Division began 2 decades ago. And most of that misery was caused during the Alex Ferguson era. I just wonder what's going through Walter Smith's mind at the moment, if he'd be happy to leave here with a point this afternoon. He has a superior goal difference over Celtic, but this has always been shaping as a tough, uncompromising match. And that's exactly where it's going. All the Rangers fans howling there for a corner kick, but the goal kick.
I think in fairness, if Rangers before the game can come up here and put on a decent performance and go away with a point, they would take it quite gratefully to keep their position at least at the top. But it is never an easy place to come. Aberdeen will always threaten you, and you leave here with anything, it's always known as at least it's something.
McLaren and Petric under pressure, but McLaren keeps a cool head as Shearer challenged. This is Moore trying to get forward now, but that's out for the throw to the Dons. This is Glass. Odds. Through by McKimmey, headed away by Petric. Charlie Miller's deep, and that's good play by Charlie Miller. And the header allowing his goalkeeper to pick up the ball, taking the pressure off his defence.
A lot of work expected of Charlie Miller, and I think with Ian and Ferguson would come into the same category. We're having to fill in the centre forwards role at times, and also a lot of industrious work in the midfield area. So it's really all about width today. I think in both teams. Loudrup will provide the width for Rangers, but Aberdeen really need Joe Miller and Stephen Glass to get hold of the ball.
Well, that was good play by Stuart McCall, who's forced the corner kick. He just timed his run perfectly to put the Aberdeen defence under pressure. Well, perhaps a chance for Rangers to do something. McLaren and Petric move forward. David Robertson has remained at the back with John Brown. It's Petric who goes for that one. Breaks away to Moore. Now it's Robertson who sprinted forward. He holds off the challenge, but the ball's out of play. David Robertson can be such a lethal combination on the left-hand side with Brian Loudrup. As Charlie said, Rangers will be looking for Loudrup to produce some magic this afternoon. He's been coming back more and more to form after his injury problems. It's quite remarkable. He scored just the 2 goals this season, Brian Loudrup. Rangers' second top scorer last time around with 13. But he will be a huge hugely important player for them in this run-in. It's Charlie Miller. That's McCall. Taken away to Windus. This is Joe Miller. Boer provides a cover. Touch there by Ian Ferguson. Again, Rangers on the break. It's Laudrup. Irvin's with him. Good play by Laudrup, but there's not a lot of support coming through. Ian Ferguson is very much on his own, and that's a free kick against him, and I suspect he's going to be booked now. Ferguson has been called over by the referee. He went for that ball there with Stuart McKimmie. And the referee now shows the yellow card to the Rangers player.
Yeah, I think he's had a word with him, what, 5 minutes ago, and more or less warned him that the next one would be in the book. No real malice in the challenge. He's simply determined to try and get there before Stuart McKimmie. And the referee's just took action because he's warned them 5 minutes before.
For persistent fouling. So it's 2 Rangers players in the book already, with just about 20 minutes of this match gone. Charlie Miller and now Ian Ferguson. But you can see Rangers' problem up front, Charlie.
Yeah.
You know, they've had Gordon Durie around to fill in for Haitley when he was there in McCoist. But this season it's had to be makeshift up front so often.
Well, it is makeshift. I mean, Charlie Miller's had a go. Ian Ferguson, they are more comfortable in the midfield areas. And Laudrup, who we know is mainly always wide and can play either right and left flank, but he doesn't really play through the middle. He doesn't like taking that punishment through the middle. So the options are very limited when you get your forward passes, and that's what they've really missed. McCoist, I think, has played 14 games and scored 15 goals, which is extraordinary, but they just can't cope with the injuries.
Aberdeen skipper off for some treatment just now as play goes on. Stuart McKinney is, as you saw there, has been knocked off. So Aberdeen continue with 10 men. As Billy Dodge topples, the challenge there from Stuart McCall. I suspect this is going to be a difficult afternoon for the referee. Well, McKimmie's still receiving treatment, but Aberdeen are looking a bit concerned here. The stretcher is being brought over for the Aberdeen player, and his play goes on. So Scott Booth start warming up at the moment as Rangers break forward again. It's Laudrup. That's stopped there by Grant, and there's howls from the Rangers fans, but again, referee Hugh Dallas was well up with the play. And this is Joe Miller. There's Miller again. Wood swings in the cross, and the Rangers defence have been none too clever. This is Shearer, and it's Petric who gets it away. So as play goes on, McKimmie is being structured away behind the goal. Scott Booth is getting ready to come on, but still play rages on here. Again, it's Joe Miller who switches over to the left-hand side. Again, it's Petric who makes the clearance. So this is a real blow for Aberdeen. McKimmie has been structured off, taken to the dressing room. Instructions there from Roy Aiken for Scott Booth. Aberdeen will have to reorganise now. But, this is certainly a fresh threat. Rangers will have to deal with. So Gary Smith, Brian Grant, and Brian Irvin gathering things at the back as Aberdeen regroup and trying to get forward.
Interesting this, Jerry, to see what they're going to do. Aberdeen now, the formation might just pull Stephen Glass back into the left back position. Booth seems to be going wide right, so there'll be a lot of room for people like Gascoigne and Joe Miller today if they can get on the ball.
This is McLaren. So the referee has spotted an infringement, and Billy Dodds is being called over. And I think he made a late challenge there on the Rangers defender.
Just left his boot in as McLaren was ready to make the pass. What we call in the game is a typical forwards tackle.
So a yellow card for Billy Dodds. Ian Ferguson, he's having his jersey pulled out and ball's out of play. More frustration for Rangers, they've got nothing out of that.
I think that's where you see the difference in Ferguson to maybe like McCoist or Van Bossen. But a forward in that position would be quite happy to win a throw-in. I'll just keep possession for their team. Fergie's determination to try and get the ball in as soon as he gets it. Sometimes it doesn't always work well for a forward. That.
There's Gascoigne. Up there. Surely it wasn't against Ian Ferguson. Charlie Miller certainly had straight forward in the middle. That's the third occasion that the flag has gone up just below it, but you can see Charlie Miller through the middle.
Yeah, he just went a touch early. Ferguson's run was a good one, but Charlie Miller's just a fraction early.
This is Ryan Grant for Aberdeen. And the Dons have the throw. Again, deep in Rangers territory. Once again, it's Aberdeen's ball. You can see the determination there in the face of John Brown. He's been called upon many a time when Rangers have been struggling injury-wise. His experience could be vital in there this afternoon, but further pressure now for Andy Gorham and his defenders. Again, there's a lot of movement inside the box. Ryan Irvin's up there, and Andy Gorham's almost caught, and that's behind, and it's a goal kick. Well, the ball played in towards the near post over the two-man defensive wall, and Gorham was at full stretch, and much relieved to see that one go behind.
It was a tremendous effort from Stephen Glass. He tried to catch him out in his near post. Unlike Andy Gorham, he caught like that. And then I think Dean Windass was in falling in. It was a great attempt from Stephen Glass to try and be clever. And he had Andy Gorham at full stretch there.
Gascoigne. And Gascoigne getting plenty of attention here. Every time he gets the ball, there's a cluster of Aberdeen players quickly surrounding him. And I think Gascoigne now is in trouble. He shouted something there in the direction of the referee. And immediately the whistle sounded, and the referee is now calling over the Rangers player. Stuart McCall, who's the Rangers skipper, is just telling him to calm down. You can see the attention he's receiving here. Players tugging at him, but he did turn round, and then just there he gestures to the referee. So he picks up his 13th yellow card since joining Rangers, to go with the red card they got in the Champions League. It's the fourth booking of this first half. 3 for Rangers, 1 for Aberdeen.
Well, I think he must have said something beforehand, because I can't understand that he's going to get booked just for raising his arms. I mean, defenders do it all the time. He must have said something before, because I can't accept that he should be booked just for something as simple as that.
I think he also shouted at the referee. Here's a chance now for Dodds. Well, Andy Gorham was down there to cover that. He's certainly not happy with his defence. And Dodds went running right through there. He was given the time and the space, and he'll be disappointed he didn't tuck that one away.
Yeah, it was a great chance. Great pass through for Billy Dodds. Not his favoured left side, but kind of cuts it across the goal rather than getting a real power behind it. Tremendous chance for Billy Dodds.
It's a free kick to Aberdeen, quickly taken by Windus. Stumble there by Scott Booth, but Aberdeen have the throw. The referee wants them to retreat a yard or so. And the flag goes up on the far side. Free kick to Rangers.
It's interesting earlier we were talking about the wide players. The wide position's been vital today. All the players that are stuck in that midfield area. I mean, Aberdeen have now gone mainly into a three up front, with Booth attacking on the right. Miller goes on the left occasionally. So they're now looking to the wide positions to create openings, and it very nearly happened for Billy Dodds.
So Michael Watt just recently signed a new contract. He's been 9 years here now with Aberdeen, and he's made the #1 goal-keeping spot his, moving off the challenge of Theo Snelders, who's likely to be moving on at the end of this particular season. Good kick out by Andy Gorham, gets away with it though, picked up by Gascoigne. Outside Billy Dodds as Aberdeen attack. They're pouring players forward here. Shearer starts a run. Good play by Dodds. In the end, too near the goalkeeper. Duncan Shearer had started a good run into the box, looking for the angled ball. But now it's Laudrup. Lovely touch from him, and it almost come off. It's blocked by Gary Smith. This is Petrich with half an hour of the match gone. And still no scoring here at Pittodrie. And a tough struggle. David Robertson, supported by Laudrup. Calls there as well. And the Rangers have the throw.
The Rangers going to do something. They need Laudrup to produce something in the final ball. Just really hasn't got going in this match yet. As to be fair, as most of the players have struggled to get the ball down in this match, but Laudrup is what Rangers really rely on now in the wide positions, getting the ball and taking people on.
Joe Miller, supported by Stephen Glass. And he hits the early ball. Miller. Put out by Robertson, now it's Brown. McCall. Play by McCall. Robertson, a long one for Laudrup to chase. It's not a bad ball either. Great pace from Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup. That must be a penalty. It is. The referee doesn't hesitate. Great play by Laudrup. Well, Charlie said just a moment ago this man would have to produce a piece of magic. He did that. Tremendous pace, then skill, taken right out of the play. And Hugh Dallas had no hesitation in pointing to the spot. And it's Gascoigne who's going to take this one. He's scored 11 goals so far this season. This could be a vital one in the run-in for this championship. Big job in hand here for Michael Watt. So Gascoigne gets ready now to take the spot kick. And brilliantly scored by Paul Gascoigne. A brilliant strike by the Rangers midfielder. 32 minutes gone here at Pittodrie. It's Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1. Paul Gascoigne won the penalty spot.
Well, it was all about the magic of Laudrup. A great ball from David Robertson. I think it was Brian Irvin who got back to challenge Laudrup. Probably felt a bit hard done by because he took a ball, but you can't tackle from behind in the game now. And Gascoigne, great penalty, just very cool, stuck in the corner. it just shows you the true value of Laudrup. He doesn't always have to be in the game, but as soon as he can turn up and do skills like that, you know, that's what they all want to come and see. It was a tremendous piece of skill.
It was a great ball through initially from David Robertson, floating it down that left-hand side. There's Gascoigne again, that should really fire him up now. And Rangers have the throw. This is Craig Moore. It's through now for Charlie Miller, a great touch by him, it's Ferguson. And the touch away there by Watt. Still Rangers have it though, through David Robertson. And that's a late challenge by McCall. And he's been called over by the referee. Catching Scott Booth there. Well, that was a delightful touch there by Charlie Miller. And Ian Ferguson floating that one across. Michael Watt managed to claw it away from David Robertson. So there was a word of warning there for Stuart McCall. But the referee now is going over towards the dugouts. And Scott Booth gets back to his feet. And the referee now having a word with Roy Aitken. I imagine that tempers are getting a bit frayed over there at the Aberdeen bench. They've lost their skipper and now they've lost the goal. So Aberdeen with a lot to do here. John Brown digs in, but that's a free kick to Rangers. And Walter Smith will be a much happier man now. He's gone down trackside. And that could be as important a goal as Rangers have scored this season. And no matter what you say about Paul Gascoigne, when it matters, he comes up trump.
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes before the penalty. And I don't particularly agree with that booking if it's just on the merit of that he makes an issue or a sign to the referee. I've seen so many players do that many times and get away with it. He'll get a ticking off. But he looked down, he looked as if he needed somebody to really get him going again. And I think probably that is part of the reason why he stepped up to take the penalty.
Well, certainly his supporters appreciate him. But here's a break on for Rangers now. A wee bit of slackness there. It's picked up by Charlie Miller. In comes McCall. But just failed to get to that one. And there's no doubt that that was a huge blow to Aberdeen. Losing Stuart McKimmie. As I understand, a twisted knee. Let's hope from their point of view it's not too serious as they chase third place in the league, and of course they're still very much involved in the Scottish Cup. There's been a real turnaround in Aberdeen's fortunes since this time last year when they were fighting relegation. That was always, of course, a false position for them, but nonetheless they had to battle through, and they did so in spectacular style, and they're back as trophy winners again. There's another slack one, this time it's Irvine, and Aberdeen certainly can't afford to give the ball away to the likes of Laudrup, and here's Gascoigne, and so close, but that would have been a self-inflicted wound by Aberdeen. Brian Irvine giving the ball away to Laudrup of all people, and then it was Gascoigne with the outside of the foot there, trying to steer it into the far corner, and so close.
Yeah, it was a simple mistake from Brian Irvine. Just gave it away, easy pass to Laudrup, not Gascoigne in. It's actually trying to flick it rather than put power in it. Just wide, fortunately enough for Aberdeen.
This is Stephen Glass. Ferguson did just enough there, and it's cleared by Petrich. Gary Smith. Down by Moore, but promptly given away. Now it's Joe Miller trying to find Billy Dodds, but it was McLaren who made the interception. So Rangers throw. I think the referee blinded by the sunlight there. Didn't quite see what was going on. It's Charlie Miller to Brown. Forward now for Robertson, who began the Rangers move. towards the goal. He's pushing through again. Now it's Ian Ferguson who's going through a power of work. Switch of play by Stuart McCall, trying to find Moore. Again, a bit of slackness by Aberdeen, allowing Laudrup to pick up possession. And he's looking very much in the mood now. Defensively, Aberdeen have lost a fair bit of their confidence since McKinney went off, and the goal has done a power of good for Rangers. Well, the linesman's flag has gone up below us. The referee hasn't spotted it. He's taking it down again as play continues.
Rangers at this point in the match in control, making their passes and making Aberdeen do the work. I think Roy Aitken will be quite upset. They have missed McKinney, there's no doubt about that. He'll be upset in the fact that Michael Oates hardly had anything to do. They won nothing down, and now Rangers are dictating the pace. He'll be upset with that.
The ball is behind for the corner. Chance here for Aberdeen to do something. Played shot. Lead off by Miller. Ferguson, who emerges with possession, just overhit that one towards Laudrup. It was 1-on-1 there. Laudrup charging in on Gary Smith. A bit of activity over at the Rangers bench at the moment. I just wonder if they're contemplating some change. Again, it's Laudrup coming forward. Booth. Well, Roy Aitken, I think, losing 2 minds whether to go in and kick that there. But the break's on again here. It's Laudrup trying to chip it over the goalkeeper. And that was a real opportunity to perhaps finish it all off, even in this first half. Michael Watt came towards him, and you'd have put the mortgage on Laudrup, flipping that one over him.
It's a great pass from him. You'd anticipate Laudrup would have took it, probably just now. But he delayed it just a bit.
Gascoigne trying one there on the edge of the area. But there has been some slackness in the Aberdeen defence, and there's something that Roy Aitken will have to try and sort out at the interval. And Rangers,
it's mainly down his right-hand side. The Aberdeen right-hand side has been caught. They're both going in a wide position. He's getting caught. Robertson's just running off him, and Laudrup's now getting in on the left-hand side also. So they need to really put some cover in that area.
Just 4 minutes left in this first half here at Pittodrie. Rangers lead Aberdeen by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne penalty after 32 minutes. And Aberdeen breaking now through Joe Miller, chased all the way by Stuart McCall. That's thumped away by McLaren. A wise thing to do in such a situation. McLaren been playing top team football since the age of 17, now 25 years of age, and he's settled well into the heart of the Rangers defence. Hugely experienced player now. So we're just waiting on a replacement ball. Someone's got a souvenir. The match can now restart with the throw, taken by Stephen Glass. Just under 3 minutes of the first half left now, as Aberdeen trying to get themselves back into this match. This is Windus. Windus dropping into a deeper role this afternoon. He's been playing up front recently, but he's happier in midfield. Filling in the area that Ian Jess had occupied. Different type of player, mind you. A lovely touch there by Laudrup. Returned by Irvine. That's out for the throw to Rangers. Well, Rangers will be happy now, I suspect, just to get through the last few minutes of this first half. Carry the lead with them to the dressing room. Certainly they've had chances to extend the lead. But when this man's in the ball, anything is liable to happen. nice touch by him again, looking out Craig Moore. Charlie Miller starts a run on the far side. Still it's Moore, supported by McCall. Through now for Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup. Twisting and turning there, doing well again, getting the corner kick. With just a couple of minutes of the first half left. So the Rangers fans making their customary salute in the direction of Laudrup, again showing great close control and winning the corner kick. Out to Gascoigne. Cut now by Billy Dodds. Again, the pass there from Booth, who runs in support, but that's a free kick against Gordon Petrich. Over inside the final 60 seconds, plus there will be some time added on for the injury to Stuart McKimmie. He was taken off the field fairly quickly. So Irvine has moved forward to the edge of the area. It's played in his direction. He gets a touch in that one. It's away though by McCall. This is Gary Smith. Swept through now by Stephen Glass. Away by Brown. Well, Charlie, your overall impressions of this first half?
Well, it's been a scrappy half. I think as soon as McKimmie got stretchered off, they were always going to have a problem with their system, Aberdeen, and Rangers have took advantage. Laudrup began to open them up. Gascoigne penalty, and Rangers are now in control of this game. So Aberdeen have got a lot of work to do in the second half.
Of course, Dodds had an excellent chance before that. He was clear through and goal and sent the ball wide. And since the goal, Rangers have certainly made a few opportunities. So perhaps one last chance here for Aberdeen. Ranger defence looking none too clever. Tumbles to the ground and the referee steps in and he's awarding it Aberdeen's way. Not too happy about that decision, but free kick it is to Aberdeen. And there goes the half-time whistle. So applause get up from the Rangers fans. There's the hero of the first half, Paul Gascoigne, after 32 minutes from the penalty spot, giving Rangers a lead after Laudrup had been fouled by Ryan Irvine. The half-time score here at Pittodrie is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1.
Yeah, so a tough old first half there. Rangers leading 1-0, as Jerry says. We'll take a short break now, but join us in a couple of minutes for half-time comment from the panel.
It's in the mix, 96. 36 of the largest dance tunes. Over 2 hours of continuous dance mixes. The hottest hits in the mix. Master mixes of the best dance tunes. Get in the mix, 96.
Back in 1835, NPI started out helping a few people put something by for the future. Our reputation spread. Now, 160 years on, with assets of over £7 billion, pensions are still our speciality. Because at NPI, we think the fundamental things apply. As time goes by, you'll be glad you chose NPI.
Just tell us what it was you saw.
Well, just starting to close up for the night, I guess, and all of a sudden these real bright lights just seem to come out of nowhere. Man, it's moving fast. Hey, Martha!
Your son videoed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he's real smart.
Martha was out in the kitchen, and I started hollering, come here, look at this.
What's the matter, honey?
What is that?
Can't say for sure what it was.
Lights were so bright.
I can't see hardly.
Then it just came on in there, as close to me as you are right now.
What do you think it was? Did it have any markings or anything?
Yeah, this kind of little symbol, kind of
Like a-
W.
Like a V, W.
Let's go! It's here, Shine 4. 21 blazing indie hits with Cast, Ocean Colour Scene, Pulp and Skunk Anansie. Shine 4 has Blur, Radiohead, Echo Belly, Supergrass, Gene, Menswear, Paul Weller and Oasis. Shine 4, out now on CD and cassette.
Well, welcome back. It's 1-0 Rangers up at Pittodrie. Trevor, what do you make of it? Now, was it a penalty kick? Laudrup on the charge and down he came.
It certainly looked like a penalty kick. As we sat here, I thought, yes, that's definitely a penalty. And it was a bit inconclusive, I felt.
Oh, well, that's not it.
That's
but
completely different.
We'll come to it.
But it wasn't completely conclusive that Irvin had got a touch to the ball, or it was just a contact with Brian Laudrup's foot. But just to look at it first time, yes, it was a penalty.
I mean, without getting too technical about it, Jim, obviously, Laudrup's got one thing in mind here. There he is. He's bearing down now. Hugh Dallas was right about that.
I would say so, Jim. Yeah, I would say so.
He's very close to the action there, Jim.
Yeah.
You can see him, so he's no doubts about it. And as we said, Trevor was saying, you know, we could split hairs about it and see it rerun and then see Irvin maybe go a touch, but the ref's got to make that split-second decision.
And as we constantly say, Jim, a referee's only got one chance here to get it right.
That's right. And the other thing to remember, of course, in all of this is that it's not necessarily important just that you make contact with the ball. It's what you do in the process of making contact. I'm not saying that Laudrup that Irvin actually played the ball. It's not perhaps clear from the pictures, but I would say on balance it was a penalty, and I think Hugh was right to give it.
Sure. Charlie Miller is a player I know you respect a lot, Alec, and he's looked lively, combining well with Ian Ferguson during the first half.
He's a tremendous little player, aye. And you see the skill and his imagination. Charlie's full of that, and he was linked really well with Ian Ferguson there. Fergie's tried a chip, come short. Don't really know what he's tried.
I think this was a period in the game where Rangers had just scored and the confidence had gone up, and Aberdeen had the bit of the early play, if you like, but the penalty incident changed things.
Gascoigne took the penalty beautifully, Trevor, and of course he's constantly involved. Straight after that, he came so close to make it 2-0 for Rangers.
That's right. Again, his confidence will be good with putting away the penalty so well. And what I like about this, he actually takes that shot very early. He doesn't let the goalkeeper set himself.
Yeah.
And that's a sign of a natural finisher.
On the move, Trevor, there, isn't he? Yeah,
he's
seen him on the move and he's trying to stab it past him.
Yeah, just a
Quality player.
toe poke it, really.
Yeah.
What about his booking then, Jim? Sorry, I'm not dwelling on these sort of incidents because you're here, Jim. But what about it now? Was Dallas right to book him?
I think, Jim, that Hugh booked Gascoigne for an outburst of dissent. you'll see from the picture perhaps that he wasn't happy with a previous challenge.
Yeah.
And he gave vent to that by shouting at Hugh, and you can see the arm raised with a sort of petulant, and instructions are instructions.
Would you have booked him?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, I think it was an outburst of dissent that had to be dealt with.
Yeah. Okay. And then, well, McCall, of course, is a live wire. He's involved throughout the first 45 minutes. Now he puts in some pretty hefty tackles now and again, but and he doesn't get booked.
No.
But, I suppose that's right, is it?
I think, on balance, my interpretation of that one was simply that Hugh looked at it closely, and I think it was all about intent. I don't think that that Stuart necessarily deliberately set out to commit a foul there.
Yeah.
He was arguably a bit reckless.
But he didn't yap, and that's the difference.
Well, no, he didn't yap, and I don't think there was any real intent
right.
In the challenge. I think Hugh decided, having seen it, that it wasn't a deliberate foul, and foul as it was.
Of course. And he acted accordingly there. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, we'll take another short break now, but join us again for the second half of Aberdeen against Rangers, live from Pittodrie.
Starting this week, enter the legal world of Cabinet QC, only with the Telegraph. Study the evidence, match it to your game card, then consider the verdict. Will you or will you not be the winner of £10,000? Take part. Take the Telegraph tomorrow.
Don't Stop, the brand new album from Status Quo. 15 classic tracks in the unmistakable style of the Quo. Including Fun, 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 featuring the Beach Boys. On Status Quo's 30th anniversary album, Don't Stop, out now on CD, cassette and video.
I thought I should get into shape to tell you about the gorgeous course of sport, so I insisted on coming to this luxurious health farm. Well, I'm not paying. And after 40 hours of open nail surgery and a lot of massage, I'm feeling good. So, right arm up and point to spoiler. Right arm down to body-colored bumpers. And for the posterior, sit on sports seat and stretch to sunroof. Phew. Am I perspiring?
Miss Wax, time for your colonic irrigation.
More like time to test this sporty engine.
The new Corsa Sport from Vauxhall. The small car with a big personality.
Face it, no other razor shaves closer, or with more comfort than Gillette Sensor XL. Soft microfilms that protect your skin, and individually spring-mounted twin blades that adjust to your face. No other razor feels more comfortable during your shave, or leaves your face smoother after Gillette Sensor XL. And try Gillette Series Shave Gel. There's no better shave gel. Gillette, the best a man can get.
For a motor insurance policy paid by installments, interest-free, call General Accident Direct on 0800 121 000 tomorrow.
I'm about to make a very big commitment in my life. Things are going to be different. What, you found your wallet then? I'm having to stick the car in the paper.
No one's going to buy it.
You might as well wrap it in paper. I'm going to get an estate car.
Real nice sign, Norman, no mates in the front.
You just know when the time is right. I want to just go for it. But what's the reason, man? Because I love her. A nice one.
Discover the secret of Atlantis, new from Lynx.
And welcome back. Well, the teams are out for the second half at Pittodrie. It's 1-0 Rangers. Let's rejoin Jerry McNee. Jerry.
Welcome back to Pittodrie, everyone. And both teams, as you can see, back on the field. And a quick look around shows no changes, no further changes, as Rangers get the second half underway. So an interesting change that by Aberdeen, Charlie, when they lost Stuart McKimmie. They sent on an attacker. I mean, they've got Ingles the bench. The manager obviously knows the fitness of his players better than any of us, but an interesting change.
It was an interesting change, mainly for the fact that Rangers at times can have 4 or 5 midfield players. And I think I said earlier in the first half, it's all about wide positions today when you're playing against those systems. And I think ideally Roy would like to go in a 4-2-4 formation with Booth and Miller on the left-hand side now, to try and stretch Rangers, and I think that's what they'll be looking for this half.
So we're told that Paul Gascoigne didn't bother to sit down at all during the interval. He was further warming up in the tunnel, so he's obviously well jagged up for this one. But it is a hugely important afternoon for Rangers, with Celtic breathing down their necks for the first time in years. Celtic having an excellent win at Parkhead yesterday against Partick Thistle, and also doing their goal difference some good. That could be a significant factor as well in the remaining games of the season. Rangers at 15 goals better off than Celtic at the moment, including today's goal. And there's absolutely no doubt about it, Charlie, that Rangers over these past number of years have proved themselves a big occasion team. When it comes to games like this, they tend to come up trumps.
Undoubtedly. I mean, we start the afternoon by seeing a Rangers team when you think it's quite a defensive setup. But it does suit some of the players. It suits Gascoigne today because he's getting a bit more room, and it's suiting Laudrup to be free. But they do it every time you need a big result. Rangers tend to come up with it.
So what have Aberdeen got to show us in this second half? Certainly a fair bit out of their game when they lost their skipper, but no doubt Roy Aitken is looking well wound up. Joe Miller, who worked so hard in the first half, goes in a decent run. Craig Moore, I don't think knew too much about that, but just kept the ball in play, but not this time. And Aberdeen have to throw just in a line with the penalty area. It's quickly taken through, looking for Dodds, and that's behind now for the goal kick to Rangers. Well, Rangers took 7 of the 12 points against the Dons last season, and this season they're ahead again, having taken 4 out of possible 6. Although Aberdeen did beat them in the League Cup semi-final. And I mentioned earlier that there's another game to come between the clubs. That 4th league meeting will come at Ibrox on April the 27th, the second last day of the league season. Certainly the way things have been going, it could go right to the wire. Celtic keep pulling Rangers back. There was an 8-point gap at the turn of the year because Celtic had a few games postponed. They managed to claw that back and put themselves right back into contention again.
I think a significant game in that Celtic run was actually here at Pittodrie, and we did the game live. Celtic had a great victory here, and they've really been on a good run since then.
Well, there's a great shot going in, and a tremendous save by Andy Gorham. And that's running for the corner. Dean Winders coming so close. A lot of power. Andy Gorham making an excellent save. That should raise the hopes and the spirits of Aberdeen. I mentioned earlier, he's had a tremendous scoring run since joining the club just a few months ago. 7 goals in 13 games, and coming so close to another one there. Gorham commits himself and picks that one easily in the end. Through, and Brian Grant to nick it away from him. Just a little flash of genius from that man in the first half, and that's what opened the door for Rangers to take the lead. They got from the penalty kick, which was converted by Paul Gascoigne. So a free kick to Aberdeen, just on the edge of their own area. Of course, next week Rangers travel to Edinburgh to Easter Road to face Aberdeen, and we'll also be bringing you that match live on Scottish television. So 2 big Sundays for Rangers. And of course there's a little added pressure on Celtic on the Saturday to keep up their run as well. But it does make such a difference after so many years of Rangers just romping away with the Championship. There is a real challenge this time around. So Rangers fans there are quite sure they'd settle for this scoreline. Rangers leading by 1-0.
Oh, undoubtedly, I think the worry about the game today is if Aberdeen are to get even a draw out of this match, then it would give Celtic an opportunity next Saturday to go at the top of the league on the and then the pressure really does get great. I mean, it becomes real hindrance stuff then. But you know, if long as Rangers keep winning, then the problems are a lot bit easier.
And after a shaky start, they're certainly looking their side. Get their confidence back. That's deflected there off the back of David Robertson. A shot going on to me and Ferguson. And that might just have caught the goalkeeper. And just get the merest touch there off the back of David Robertson. Carefully watched all the way by the keeper. Free kick was awarded to Rangers. Charlie Miller impeded. David Robertson has moved away down the left-hand side. He's signalling for the ball, but Petric plays it short. Today is the 83rd Premier Division meeting between the clubs. Aberdeen still have that upper hand from the Alec Ferguson days. 34 wins to Rangers 25, with 23 of the games drawn. In fact, I think Craig Moore scored the winner in October. That was Rangers' first win here in half a dozen visits. They're not finding it easy this afternoon, but they're in the lead by 1-0. In comes Shearer, and that's another great chance. Well, Billy Dodge missed one in the first half, and the opportunity opened up there. The Rangers defence caught, and that was a real opportunity. And the Gorham had come out to narrow things.
Tremendous chance. I think he's actually maybe taking it with his wrong foot. But Duncan Shearer, great goal-scoring record. You'd expect him to at least hit the target there. A mistake caused by Petric missing the through ball. These are the games where Aberdeen must take their opportunities. If not, then you could see Rangers scoring again.
And there's a chance on now for Gascoigne. He topples to the ground, and that's a free kick just outside the area. And Stephen Glass is being called over. Gascoigne was certainly breaking clear. Plus there are players around him. It is a yellow card that's shown. Of course, had he been the last defender, he would have been off the field. Stephen Glass certainly seemed to be involved in that challenge, but it was Grant that was called over by the referee. But it's a free kick in any case, and this could be a real chance for the likes of Gascoigne to finish it off. McLaren's there as well. It's Gascoigne who hits it, but it's deflected behind for the corner. So too is Moore and Petric. And comes McCall. And Michael Watt's happy to let that one drop behind for the goal kick. It was possibly a case of mistaken identity there, Charlie.
I think undoubtedly. I seen you could see the worry in Stephen Glass's face. I did feel that Brian Grant was going to be in a good covering position to get to Gascoigne. But for me, it was definitely Stephen Glass who's made the challenge.
Here come Aberdeen now. It's Joe Miller. Richards tries to save the corner and does so. Still a bit scrappy out there, but it's good play by Charlie Miller. And that's Rangers' ball. The game certainly doesn't have the flow to it that the match between Aberdeen and Celtic did a number of weeks ago when we were here. But we always suspected this would be a real battle this afternoon. That's the way it's turned out to be. Rangers lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot in the 32nd minute. Craig there, just in front of Roy Aiken, exhorting his troops. He's trying to get through. Petric just gets a touch. There's McCall, who's worked ever so hard for Rangers in midfield. Trying to steer that ball through, but the offside flag had gone up against Ian Ferguson. Irvine trying to get forward, but quickly closed down. Gascoigne digs in. Well, Irvine reacts angrily there. As play goes on, the referee goes in to separate the two players. But Irvine looked very unhappy there. The challenge by Gascoigne. And Hugh Dallas nipped in. Play was still going on. Just tell him to calm down. Rangers walking off line Grant. David Robertson can employ the long throw, but no real target in the middle for him to hit. But good running by him. However, the flag is up on the far side. Such a burst of pace from him. But again, when you look at that, I think his pace goes against him at times, doesn't it?
I think that's sometimes that is a problem for Robertson. He's so quick. But the understanding between Laudrup and Robertson is superb. I mean, obviously, Robertson's mainly always a runner, and Laudrup the thinker on the occasions, but his timing around is normally spot on.
Well, Aberdeen have got themselves a free kick. It's played out to Paul Bernard, and pound signing from Oldham. It's Joe Miller. Well, claims for use of an arm there by Gascoigne, but again, Hugh Dallas was well placed and he shakes his head. Certainly, in fairness to Gascoigne, the ball was driven against him. A header there from McLaren with Booth coming in.
Aberdeen, they must raise the tempo. I think they want a bit more urgency about their play now. They've got to get the ball to Miller in particular. I think Miller is the type of guy who can create something and give them a bit of hope, because if not, Rangers are just going to play it and dictate the game at their pace. I think Joe Miller is capable of doing something given the ball.
And another goal by Rangers, and the curtains, no doubt about that. Again, if Rangers can keep achieving these results, well, the skipper is injured, and Richard Goff still to come back for the run-in. They're going to be very difficult to topple indeed. But the referee now wants to work with Duncan Shearer, who has spoken out of turn.
I think the situations were this year. I mean, I stood up for Gascoigne in the first half, and I heard Jim McGilvery back in the studio saying that he would possibly book him too. But I think this is the issue that we're all wanting. We would like referees to turn around after the game and say the reason why, and that would help us and make it all clear.
It's Robertson there, going in solidly. He's got support from McCall. Waits for the referee to get out of the way, and that one just curls away at the last moment. Terrific effort, and he had to delay that effort because the referee, you can see there, was in his way, and the ball just turned away at the last moment. Tremendous effort by Stuart McCall.
Oh, but we were right behind it. It looked as if it was going in and just fades out in the last second. But a good run again, powerful run from Robertson, and good support from McCall. Great shot.
It's a header from Petric. Sound clearance at all by Michael Watt. Just 8 shutouts this season, 5 of them here at Pittodrie. It's Windows who plays a long one forward. Andy Gorham, there's plenty of time, and there was plenty of cover there as well. McLaren and Petric look comfortable.
That's a position I don't think Aberdeen management want to see Dean Windass. He's a player who does run forward well. They really want to see him up supporting the forwards rather than as deep as that.
Charlie Miller claims for handball, and he gets it. The line's going to immediately raise the flag. Smith isn't happy, but a free kick now to Rangers just outside the area. Aberdeen living dangerously at the moment, and Rangers pushing forward, the likes of Petric and McLaren and Moore, giving them a bit of fight up there. Gascoigne laid on a goal like this for Petric at Kirkcaldy a couple of months back. It's played away to that far area again, but what gets it away? Only as far as Petric. Now that's David Robertson. Brown. Again from Robertson, away by Irvine. This is Bernard for Aberdeen. Michael Watt dithering a bit there, and eventually forced to send the ball out of play. Aberdeen just don't seem to have the stomach for battle at the moment. They can't quite get their game together, and Rangers looking more and more powerful as the match goes on. And here's McCall. Gascoigne digs in hard, and it's out of play, and that's Rangers' ball. As if he had been pushed just outside the area, but the referee allows play to go on. And it's simply a free kick against Moore. That foul there on the Aberdeen substitute Scott Booth, and this will be a booking for Craig Moore. It's taken right out of the play.
Just simply too much skill for Craig Moore there. Showed him the ball and just wrong-footed him. Deserves a booking. The season. And Rangers, like Celtic now, will have to watch the bookings. And players like David Robertson and Gordon Petric sitting 6 yellow cards apiece with suspension looming. Again, I mentioned earlier the number of players that Rangers have had to use this season, and they'll certainly need them all in this run-in. From Aberdeen, still searching for the equaliser. It's Joe Miller who sends it back across. It's away by Moore, only as far as Windass. He hit a good one earlier, and that was another powerful shot, but I think it's Petric who got in the way of that one. But the break's on now for Rangers. It's 3 against 2 here. It's Charlie Miller playing it across to Laudrup. Ferguson's with him. Still it's Laudrup. Aberdeen trying to get players back. Great skills again by Laudrup. In the end, just too much for him to do, but initially in that break, it was 3 Rangers players against 2 Aberdeen defenders. This is Ferguson. Gascoigne, he's held there again. He looks quite disgusted by it all. There's no doubt about it, every time he gets the ball, the players all around him. And he does tend to suffer from that. That's a nice ball by Laudrup. Played in by Moore.
just fails to send it back through to him, but Rangers have the throw just in the line with the penalty area. Laudrup working hard. Rangers looking for just another bit of magic from him, or from Gascoigne, who's on the ball. Billy Dodds, good play by him. There's a lot to do here, look, and Claren responds well. It's by Gascoigne. Runs onto the return there, but the flag is up just below us, and it's a free kick to Rangers, an offside decision. This is Moore, through for Laudrup. Challenged there by Glass. But, the decision goes the other way. Meanwhile, Tommy Craig is angrily making a point. Well, the referee's already been over to speak to the Aberdeen management team. It's Rangers getting on with the game. It's Gascoigne. Put off by Miller. Gascoigne again. Ferguson and Miller. It's Ferguson, in fact, who got it back to Gascoigne. Ferguson and Miller on the right-hand side there of the penalty area. And the ball eventually played back to Paul Gascoigne. This is Stephen Glass now for Aberdeen. Petric, and that comes in now, and it's Craig Moore who just gets it away from the danger area. This is Booth, again the early cross away by Petric. Now it's Gascoigne. Holding up the ball nicely, waiting for Craig Moore. Charlie Miller's through the middle, here's Laudrup, Robertson's wide. Play through for Miller, and right at the goalkeeper. Well, Laudrup had options here. He had Miller just ahead of him. He had David Robertson to the left, and he opted to send it through to Charlie Miller, who couldn't finish off. So we're midway through this second half here at Pittodrie. Rangers continue to lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot after 32 minutes. Here's Stephen Glass. Watched carefully by David Robertson. He's under pressure there, and it's a free kick against Shearer. There's a Rangers player, back to Paul Gascoigne, who was on the ground there. He seemed to have taken a knock. But, you see the incident there that led to the free kick being awarded against Duncan Shearer. And while Gascoigne's back on his feet.
I think looking at Gaza, he seems to be keeps stretching his hamstrings here. I think the thing that we said about half-time, he was warming up in the tunnel area. I think that's probably the reason he's been doing that, because he keeps stretching his hamstrings.
So Van Vossen was warming up on the far side, so it's the Rangers about to make a change. So the Juventus. Have a free kick. And there is Peter Van Vossen. It's headed away by McCall. Picked up by Miller, Joe Miller. Probably given away though. Levio is with him. Well, Ferguson, Laudrup just ahead of him. That's perfectly weighted for Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup going through. He topples on the edge of the box. And the referee shakes his head, no penalty. Challenge was right on the edge of the area. It's Aberdeen now trying to counter-attack. It was Laudrup who got Rangers a penalty in the first half, but the referee wasn't interested there at all. This is Glass. And it's Dodds challenging. And this is Craig Moore getting away. It's Gascoigne. Shadowed all the way by Irvin. That's a free kick to Rangers. a great ball played through to Laudrup, just on the edge of the area. And I think the referee, when you see that replay, my gut feeling was it wasn't a penalty, and when you see that, I think Laudrup made the most of it.
Yeah, well, I think he just ran it towards the goalkeeper. It was so tight with the defender, Gary Smith. And in fairness, the keeper and Smith have done well. I think he's called the right decision.
So floated in by Petric. Off by Windus. This is Glass. Long one now for Dodge to chase. McLaren's with him. And McLaren does extremely well under pressure. Craig Moore loses out. That's Scott Booth. It's behind and it's a goal kick. Well, Booth was claiming that the ball had come off McLaren. And the Aberdeen fans are unhappy. Boston is still over there, waiting to come on. Evans header. Petric comes across to take command of that situation. And it's a free kick against Charlie Miller. Aberdeen starting to come back into it a little bit, starting to push forward a bit more. As long as it's at 1-0, they certainly have a chance. This is swept away by McLaren. Oh, and this could finish it all off. A great turn there by Laudrup. Getting away from Gary Smith, going wide of the goalkeeper. Oh, and that's a tremendous save by Michael Watt. But still, Laudrup's there. The chance for Gascoigne. Well, they wanted to walk it into the net. They should really have put that one away. Well, can you believe it? Laudrup first of all, and then Gascoigne. Millions of pounds worth of talent. Both with a great chance to put it away. Perhaps over-elaborating. I mean, the goalkeeper did do well here, but I expect Laudrup to score. And Gascoigne really, I think, wanted to walk this one right into the back of the stand, through the net. All they had to do was put it away there, but ran it behind. And still Aberdeen are in the hunt. I think Rangers pay the penalty here. And Alan McLaren is absolutely furious with Gordon Petric, and the defenders are having words with one another. So Walter Smith and Upton up to be furious. That was a chance to finish it all off. And here's Gascoigne. Holding off the challenge of Bernard. Robertson's racing there just ahead of him. Laudrup through the middle. And the free kick is awarded. And Paul Bernard is being called over by the referee, holding on all the way there to Paul Gascoigne.
Well, they've certainly had their chances, Rangers. Gascoigne, great run. Teasing Bernard constantly doing it on that run. But Rangers certainly had their chances and should have finished this game off by now. They're going to end up with the 3 points today. They've all of themselves to blame.
So the yellow card is shown. It's 7 bookings we've had this afternoon. 4 to Rangers, 3 to Aberdeen. Rangers lead by 1-0. Paul Gascoigne from the penalty spot in the first half. Well, the referee's involved again, and now Gary Smith is being yellow carded. That takes a tally to 8. He's obviously spoken out of turn. Van Bossen still waiting to come on as Gascoigne runs forward to hit this one. So never quite caught it properly. And, on the far side, Walter Smith is not a happy man. And the referee and the linesman over on that far side, Kevin Visit from Inverness, are having a tough time from both management teams this afternoon.
Yeah, I think he's made a couple of decisions, the linesman, and confused even Hugh Dallas. Never mind the dugouts.
This is Reingrant. Played out by Bernard. Edwin pushes forward. It's Grant. It's right towards Andy Gorham now, and no problem. The Rangers keep up, and a long one from him for Laudrup to chase. 1-1 here. So Gary Smith, who does well under pressure. Now it's Glass. Through now towards Dean Windus. Solidly challenged there by Moore. It's a throw into Aberdeen, just in line with the penalty area. McLaren again, he's played solidly. He's hard to let defence this afternoon. He's on McLaren. And now it's Robertson showing a tremendous pace, and really Brian Grant just ran in front of him there in the hope of stopping him, but well, the referee has stepped in, awarded a free kick the other way.
Using his experience there, Brian Grant, been about for a long time now. Robertson's pace is just, he's uncatchable at times, especially for people like Brian Grant, using his head.
McLaren's above them all. Says Dodds. There's more urgency now about Aberdeen. And the Dons must realise they're lucky still to be in this match. The Rangers could have finished them off. They haven't. And Aberdeen can still do some damage. As they push more players forward, they're more susceptible, of course, to the break from Laudrup. He's just sitting up there inside his own half, waiting for the opportunity, waiting for a long ball to be played out of defence. First time clearance from Petric. Gascoigne does well. This is Laudrup. There's absolutely no support though. And the free kick goes Rangers' way, and Joe Miller, as you can see, is not happy. Certainly he appears to be being held. A bit of wrestling going on, and Hugh Dallas decides it's Rangers' ball. He's going as well forward and signalling for it. Handball against Ian Ferguson.
Rangers just solid in midfield now, Jerry, just trying to stop Aberdeen getting any fluency in their play at all, push Gascoigne up front with Laudrup, and just now hoping that they can hit them in the break.
And a few seasoned pros out there this afternoon as well to guide them through. People like Stuart McCall, who's come back in after injury, who's having an outstanding match. So too is McLaren. And John Brown sitting in there at the back, using all of his experience. But there's still just a one goal in it. Anything can happen yet. One almost broke for Billy Dodds. Again, it's McLaren who clears. And Gascoigne digs in hard. Much to the delight of the Rangers fans just below us. Again, there's no hurry to return the ball. Some difficulty here. This is Bernard. It's Dodds. Bernard again. Aberdeen with plenty of players forward, but it's Robertson who gets it away. It's picked up by Laudrup. He does very well there in a tight situation. This is Gascoigne, drowns away through the middle. And the offside flag is up on the far side. Good run by John Brown. It's a flag going up as he moved through.
would say Laudrup was definitely off. Whether he's taking part in the pass is the other debatable thing, but I think Brown done well initially.
It's 80 minutes played. Rangers still leading by 1-0. Rangers can just hold this now with the superior goal difference, even if Celtic win again next Saturday in their match against Hearts at Parkhead. Rangers still keep their noses in front as they go into the game against Hibs at Easter Road next Sunday. Just a bit frustrating for Celtic. They just can't get their noses in front, but perhaps Aberdeen have still some damage to inflict here. They've got just under 10 minutes to do it. Joe Miller. It's behind for the goal kick. Scott Booth making the challenge. Well, Scott Booth. Just wonder about his overall fitness. He's had his problems this season. He's turned 24 there in December, and now in his 8th season with the Dons.
Very important run-in for Scott Booth now, Jerry, with obviously the championship finals coming up this summer. They want to get himself established as one of the main strikers again, and by doing that he's got to score goals.
Played out by Ian Ferguson. Well, you can see the tension and the strain. This is Brian Grant for Aberdeen. Switching the play away to the far side, it's Charlie Miller who's back doing some defending. It's away by Craig Moore. Up to Gascoigne. Robertson comes in support. But, he pulled out of the run just before Gascoigne get it through into that area. Rangers are in the driving seat at the moment.
Tremendous willing runners, Rangers. McCall and Robertson just went at random again as soon as Gascoigne get time there.
Ian Ferguson has got through a power of work this afternoon as well. There was a high boot by David Robertson, and the referee's running in to just calm things down. Very high boot indeed by the Rangers defender against Paul Bernard. Just swung at him there. The yellow card has been shown, and he's perhaps a fortunate man. Just a bit wild with that one. No need for it.
He's a very fortunate man. He's no intention of going for the ball at all there, Robbo. And he's caught him as high as right into the rib cage. He's very lucky just still to go on the pitch.
Absolutely no need for it either. And happily for Aberdeen, Paul Bernard is back on his feet, and Aberdeen have the free kick. Again, a lot of movement in the area. Struck there by Glass. Still Aberdeen have it. That's Charlie Miller just playing it into space for Laudrup to attack. And he's very much on his own. Rangers starting to push players forward. Ian Ferguson, Gascoigne moving through. And almost turned into his own goal there by Gary Smith. Here's Gascoigne. Complete miscue by him. That's behind for the goal kick. Well, Rangers are getting chances to finish this off, and they can't take them. And the ball almost turned into his own net there by Gary Smith. It was Laudrup who sent in the cross, and Michael Watt managed to scramble it away.
It's great skill from Laudrup, but it's a teasing cross. He's got very little support. Miller's broke his neck to get there again. Gave Gary Smith a real problem with the teasing cross.
Gascoigne's offside. So Rangers getting ready to make that change now. Peter Van Vossen will replace Paul Gascoigne, the man who scored Rangers' goal in the first half. He goes off to rapturous applause. Scored from the penalty spot after 32 minutes. He's certainly taking his time about things. And the referee's indicating that he will add on suitable time. So on comes Van Vossen, who arrived from Istanbul to replace Oleg Salenko, who went out there. This is Shearer. There's Brandt. Windass. Craig Moore had that one under control all the way. Joe Miller. And that goes behind for the corner. Ball deflected. So there's still a threat here from Aberdeen.
Still a threat as long as Miller and Glass in particular down the left-hand side have caused a few problems. As long as they get enough of the ball, then they could still do something.
Rangers will be hugely disappointed if they don't leave with all 3 points. And that was John Brown who got in the way of that one. So Dean Windass again, who had a tremendous shot earlier on, with just 4 minutes left. Almost grabbing the equaliser, and John Brown did some great defensive work there. Still the pressure's on. It's Van Vossen who's back defending. And here's McCall. It's out of play. So a throw in to Aberdeen. Play through towards Bernard. Well, both sets of fans claiming for absolutely everything. There's tension all around the ground. That's nicely left there. And off the head of Petric for another corner to Aberdeen. They're setting about a bit of a grandstand finish here. A lovely little dummy there by Joe Miller. Allowed Scott Booth to attempt a cross, headed behind by Petric, and that's a short corner to Windass. It's Miller again, and Irvin. Well, he was given a real opportunity there.
Yeah, it was a great cross. Joe Miller again causing a problem. There's a great chance for big Brian Irvin there to score. Normally does that ever so well, attacks it well. He's misplaced the header completely, but again, Joe Miller involved and causing a few problems now late on.
And Gordon Petric, a relief man there because he lost him. He lost Irvin. Still up by Miller. This is Windass. Put it down by Moore, picked up by Charlie Miller. This is Joe Miller for Aberdeen. Through now for Brian Grant. Vital moments for Rangers. Aberdeen getting a bit of momentum going here. Again it's Irvin, that's deflected. And an awkward one there for Andy Gorham. With just under 2 minutes left. With stoppage time, the ball deflected and bouncing just in front of the goalkeeper.
It's an awkward bounce for Andy Gorham, but he's one of the best in the business at taking them. He's done it so often. Very little comes off him.
That tells a story. Rangers in the lead. Here's a man who's worked non-stop all afternoon. Joe Miller again providing a cross, and it's Ian Ferguson deep in his own defence this time. It's headed away by Robertson. So just about a minute of the match left, plus stoppage time. Rangers trying to get the ball away from the danger area. It's Aberdeen's ball, just in a line with the penalty area. Ian Ferguson is on the deck. So he'll require some treatment. The physio is being allowed to come on.
I think it's at times like these when you see Rangers under the pressure that, like they are with Aberdeen, you realise how important golf does become to their central defence. 2 or 3 headers have got in. Aberdeen's opportunities have mainly been crosses and headers, whereas Goff, when he's playing in that role, they tend to dominate that area so well at times.
Well, there have been moments when Gordon Petric has struggled a wee bit. McLaren and Brown have certainly been solid. Ferguson has worked extremely hard. He's going to have to leave the field. And Rangers, it's Alec Cleland on the far side. He's getting ready to come on. So now moving into stoppage time. It's McCall who gets it away. Got a good clearance by Robertson, but Rangers get away with it. This is Gary Smith. Now it's Windus. This is Glass. Aberdeen pushing just about everyone forward here. It's behind for the goal kick, so the pressure's off for the moment. So Rangers just a minute or so away from achieving a very good result indeed. The referee checks his watch. We've now played just over a minute of stoppage time. It's played through by Joe Miller. It's Petrich. Gets it away. Throw in just in the line with the penalty area. Rangers just want to get the ball upfield. Nice little turn there by Laudrup. That's holding on to just too long. Aberdeen have possession again. Long one play through towards Shearer. And it's McCall now who concedes another throw-in. Rangers want to make a change, and I think the referee now has spotted the intention. Alec Cleland is waiting to come on. And Ian Ferguson is leaving the field. It's 2 minutes of stoppage time. The referee is indicating he'll add on more. Both Gascoigne and Ferguson took a bit of time to leave the field. So a throw-in it is to Aberdeen, and it's Windus. He's going to play the long one here. And again it's that man McLaren, who just gets it away. That's what it's all about at this stage of the game. Coming up for 3 minutes of stoppage time. Rangers fans want the final whistle to sound. Fallon gets a touch, it looks away though to Paul Bernard. John Brown goes in bravely there, gets it away. This is David Robertson. Van Vossen charging forward here, and the goalkeeper's come right out of his area. Throw into Rangers. The final whistle sounds, and Rangers pick up 3 vital points in the championship run, and there's a man who scored the goal, Paul Gascoigne, from the penalty spot after 32 minutes. Laudrup had been fouled. Gascoigne took the kick, took it expertly. Walter Smith is a happy man. Rangers go clear at the top. The full-time score here at Pittodrie is Aberdeen 0, Rangers 1.
Yeah, that's it. A great result for Rangers there. The gap at the top of the championship is back to 3 points. Join us after this break for the post-match reaction.